Mr. Digvijay Singh, one of the strands that are clearly apparent in this judgment is an attempt by the judges to go beyond adjudicating title suits towards trying to find a way of reconciliation and compromise. And as Mr. Chari points out, they've gone much further than any of the litigants had asked the court to go by suggesting ways of resolution. Do you think that was wise and sensible, because it's given a direction on which now people can build for the future?
Well, I would like to take you to the 1994 judgment of the Supreme Court, where Justice J.S. Verma and his colleagues had suggested that this is an issue where if you decide in favor of one and against the other, this will never be resolved. Ultimately, some way has to be found out for a mutual reconciliation so that it's a win-win situation for all. And I think this is a step in the right direction.
And so the judges have very sensibly gone beyond just the precise nature of the pleas to suggest reconciliation. Would you say that as well, Mr. Digvijay Singh?
Well, I can't really comment on the judgment because I have not read the full judgment. But I think ultimately some kind of a mutual reconciliation between all parties has to be arrived at.
Mr. Yashwant Sinha, I noticed that you too were hugely relieved that there was no sense of victor, no sense of loser as you saw the judgment. To the extent that this judgment goes that one step further to suggest reconciliation and some sort of compromise when it divides the land equally between the three, do you accept that we could now end up with both a mosque and a temple, and that might be the best solution?
I can't answer that question at this stage, Karan, for the simple reason that, well, these three wise and honorable judges have shown what not only judicial wisdom is, but as has been said, they have shown judicial statesmanship. But this is not the final judgment. I'm sure, as has been indicated by the Waqf Board lawyer, they are going to the Supreme Court. So there will be a judgment by the Supreme Court at some point of time, and that will be the final judgment on which we should really be commenting. At this time, to say whether it will be divided into three, not divided into three, whether it will be accepted, not accepted, and whether we should build on this judgment to arrive at a mutually acceptable settlement between the two communities is, I think, premature.
Sitaram Yechury, speaking from a left standpoint, are you a little surprised, and I won't put it any stronger than that, that the judges have actually found a way of commenting on something like whether this is or isn't the Ram Janmasthan? Because 2 out of 3 have actually, more or less in that language, recognized the area under the dome, the central area where the icons were found, to be the Ram Janmasthan. Does that surprise you?
No, well, I don't think so. Again, as I said, we'll have to wait to read the full judgment, because from what I've heard, they have said that the Hindus believe, according to, and have faith, that the place where the Ram Lalla statues are there is the birthplace of Ram. To state that that is the faith of the Hindus is different from saying that this is our verdict, that is the place of birth. Now, again, as I said, unless we see the judgment, I mean, we can't really comment on it.